Hello, everybody. Oh, we gotta give it a minute. Hello, everyone. So happy to be here today for today's live in our group. Today's topic is around revenue alone doesn't help growth be sustainable in business. And my whole theme of my morning has been this as I really just jumping in a little bit. We had an internal meeting today on a few clients, and what ended up happening was is that the growth that all of these clients were in from past time and different ways of different things has really impeded onto things and taking a toll. And what does sustainable growth really require? Operational systems, visibility, leadership support, financial organization, clear decision making, and structure that reduces the dependency on the owner. So, business owners think that increased revenue just is the answer, but while the owner simultaneously becomes overwhelmed without all of the systems, without the support, it just becomes more for the owner to do. Hello, Margot. I've been there, and I'm an addict that wants to withdraw from overdoing and having more systems in place that hold the growth. You see, in my own business, even when things were growing, I was still holding too many parts of it together myself. And even though I was outsourcing, but I was still holding together. So it depended on my oversight, my memory, my emotional capacity, my ability to constantly react quickly to. And honestly, I reached a point when I realized it just wasn't sustainable anymore. It also had to do with where I thought the business was going to go and where I wanted it, but it was so much more because what we offer, so many more people wanted, and it was growing the concepts in itself. And honestly, this is the reason why I created the scorecard scale without financial chaos assessment. What I did was over the past, let's say, 3 to 5 years, I took a bunch of clients and I ran an assessment of what the patterns were, how they came in, how they shifted, what was bothering them. And I worked into this assessment to help owners quicker around what was really going on so that doesn't happen. So I experienced something and then I turned it into the next level so that you can have it here on a bow, and that's what the assessment is. Now, in this assessment, it's about 2 to 3 minutes of comprehensive questions, and then it may make you think, but at the same time, it's an accurate way of looking at your business. And you can answer something, and then later you kind of like, oh, I think that. And you can always take it again. And practice owners assume that the stress is simply coming from the growth itself, but often it's deeper. It depends on the owner and the financial surface underneath it. The assessment is going to help you identify where the business still feels dependent on the owner, and also where the structure is missing. Not just decreasing, it's missing. And what may need operational support and give you sustainably a stronger feeling so that everything has a place to go. Now, not enough people put emphasis on this because they think it's not a place where you can make money, and it's always more, 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 like the doing. I call it like the doing mobile, or like the door that keeps going around and around and around. And sustainable businesses are not built on constant reactions and doing, they're built on the intentional structure. And the businesses that scale sustainably are the ones that stop depending entirely on the owner's capacity to function every day. And I want to invite you to take this so that you can be a part of this. And I would say it also helps you prioritize where you are. And when I had this alignment for myself, it's kind of like I go back into my template on my business model, where when things happen, I go back to that part of the model. And then that's where this assessment is good too, is that the part of the model is here, is that it's actually just prioritizing where you're at instead of it taking like 6 months, a year, or 3 months, or being behind on tax returns because you don't have the time. Instead, let's work together. Let's take this assessment. I invite you in for that first step together. I cannot wait for you to take it and see your results. As always, any questions, let me know. And thank you for listening. Thank you for taking the assessment. And I look forward to your feedback. Talk soon.